Men only want one thing, and it's not money, it's not power, it's not love.
Alright, let's be real. Bloodborne isn't just a game. It's a freaking masterpiece. Whether you're an avid Souls fan or you're just starting out in the FromSoft world, there's no denying the sheer brilliance of this gothic horror gem. It's not just a game we play, it's a world we live in, a world we fear, and a world we love. Today, I'm going to be breaking down why Bloodborne stands above its predecessors, how it's influenced gaming culture, and why it still captures our imaginations years later. Oh, stick around. I've got some news about how you can finally experience Bloodborne in a way you've not thought possible. Let's dive in. When Bloodborne dropped in 2015, it flipped the script on what we thought our Souls game could be. Before this, we had the slower, methodical combat of Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Dark Souls 2. And while those games emphasized patience and caution, Bloodborne taught us to just throw that out the window. It said, you want to survive? Then attack. The rally mechanic? It's genius. It rewards aggression by letting you regain health with quick counterattacks. It's a mechanic that not only fun, but is also perfectly aligned with the game's philosophy of risk and reward. It's a thrill that encourages players to lean into danger rather than run from it. A complete shift in tone that made it feel fresh and exhilarating. And the world? While Lordran and Drangelic felt ancient and crumbling, Yharnam is alive with menace. It's claustrophobic yet sprawling. It's beautiful yet horrifying. It's not just a setting, it's a character in itself, telling its own stories through every twisted alley and decrepit building. You don't just explore Yharnam, you literally survive it. And on the topic of the rally mechanic, we're going to talk combat. Bloodborne's speed and fluidity made every encounter a thrill, because we're not just running away from danger or rolling away from danger, you're dodging and sidestepping with precision, staying close to the enemy. It's an adrenaline rush that keeps you on the edge of your seat. And those trick weapons, they're a fucking game changer. From the Saw Cleaver's satisfying transformation, to the Threaded Cane's elegance, or to even the Stake Driver's explosive transformation. I'm an avid Stake Driver fan, so I love using it in every single playthrough. It's amazing because each weapon feels like it was designed with love and care. They're not just tools, they're an extension of your play style. Compare that to the more straightforward weapon designs in Dark Souls, which I love Dark Souls, especially Dark Souls 3, but I mean, again, Bloodborne just throws you a whole like curveball. It's in a league of its own. Each weapon has its own learning curve and personality, making experimentation rewarding. And it's not just about the tools, it's about how the game demands mastery. The faster pace and lack of shields make Bloodborne a different beast. It's not about turtling and waiting for the perfect moment, it's about adapting, reacting, and dominating. And of course, let's not forget one of Bloodborne's defining mechanics. Parrying with firearms. The left-handed guns! From the Hunter's Pistol to the Blunderbuss, they aren't just for damage, they're for a precise tool to interrupt enemies and set them up for a visceral attack. It's incredibly satisfying to time a shot perfectly, hitting that iconic sound as your enemy staggers, leaving them wide open for a devastating counter. This mechanic encourages players to master timing and learn enemy patterns, rewarding skill in a way that feels unmatched. Unlike shields in Dark Souls, which often promote a defensive approach, the firearms of Bloodborne push you to take calculated risks. It's a bold design choice that fits perfectly with the game's aggressive philosophy. And we can't talk about Bloodborne without mentioning the Old Hunters DLC. This expansion isn't just more content, it's a masterclass in how to do DLC right. From its twisted beauty of the fishing hamlet to the sheer terror of facing Ludwig, every moment feels meticulously crafted. The bosses in the Old Hunters are some of the best in the series, offering unique challenges that push even seasoned players to their limits. The lore it adds, rich and haunting, deepening the tragedy of Yharnam and its inhabitants. If you thought the base game was unforgettable, the Old Hunters elevates it to a legendary status. And then there's the story. Bloodborne's narrative doesn't just hand you the answers, it whispers them. Their cryptic dialogue, item descriptions, and the environment itself. You piece together a tale of eldritch horrors, cosmic entities, and humanity's desperate grasp for power. It's haunting, unforgettable, and deeply unsettling in the best way possible. the influence of Bloodborne cannot be overstated. From its combat mechanics to its lore-rich storytelling, games like Sekiro and even non-From Software titles have been taking cues from it. Titles with fast-paced combat systems and mystery-driven narratives owe a debt to Bloodborne. It's not just a milestone in the Soulsborne community, it's a landmark in gaming history that continues to inspire developers and players alike. Now here's where things get really interesting. For years, Bloodborne has been a PlayStation exclusive, and fans on other platforms have been left out, and we're not even looking at a remaster or a PC port anytime soon. But, guess what? Thanks to the advancements in our emulation, legal, we can now fully play Bloodborne on PC, with DLC included, and at 60 frames per second. We have worked tirelessly to make this a reality, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Why? Because Bloodborne's birthday is right around the corner. That's right, it's almost 10 years old, baby. Give it up. And what's a better way to celebrate this masterpiece than to dive back in and experience it at its best, whether you're revisiting Yharnam or exploring it for the first time. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the fans and developers who've kept this game alive through mods, patches, and fan projects. They've proven that Bloodborne isn't just a game, it's a legacy that deserves to be preserved and shared. So why is Bloodborne the best? Because it's bold, it's fast, it's terrifyingly beautiful. It took the foundation laid by its predecessors and built something unforgettable. It didn't just refine the Souls formula, it redefined it. Bloodborne showed us what happened when a developer takes risks and dare to create something truly unique. And if you haven't played it yet, now is the perfect time. And if you're like me, you'll keep coming back to Yharnam, old Yharnam, Lordran, year after year, because there's nothing else like it. Bloodborne isn't just a game you finish, it's a game that stays with you, haunting your dreams and inspiring your imagination. And thank you everybody so much for watching, and happy hunting everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell me in the comments what's your favorite Bloodborne moment. Until next time, stay safe out there, and may the good blood light your way.
说的梦。